This is Tony at TravelScoot. Today we're going to show you how to remove and install, in other words, replace the brake levers on the later model TravelScoot with the band brakes. This also applies to the earlier belt-driven TravelScoots. The brake levers are installed on the handlebar the same way. They are straight out of the bicycle industry pretty much. If you need assistance with doing this locally, pretty much any bike shop should be able to help you. But this not being rocket science, if you want to try this at home, it's not difficult, so let's get started. The tools that you're going to need is, first out of your Allen wrench set that comes with the TravelScoot, you're going to need your 3 and one of your 5mm Allen wrenches. Then you're going to need what's more common, an 8mm either open end, combo, or box end wrench for the lock, or rather the cable nut on your brake cable in the rear. For the sake of simplicity and getting it done fast enough for a short video, we're going to use our nut driver, which is what we always use. And then just a pair of pliers to grab onto the brake cable when we go to adjust it after the new lever's installed. Okay, job number 1 is we are going to need to loosen whatever control you need to slide off to get the brake lever off. Number 1 is, well, we're going to do the left side today. So you're going to need this outlet run. Oops, I already got it loose, but let me get in there. And we're going to engage the set screw in this case. And it is now loose, and it will slide back and forth. And we're going to use the 5mm Allen wrench to loosen the brake lever itself. This is the clamping bolt. Now that's loose. Do not get that confused with any of the other attaching hardware on here. The clamp bolt is what actually holds the lever on the handlebar itself. Now comes the real fun. We're going to need to remove the grip. There's various ways of doing this. I'm going to move over here to the right. We've shown you how to do it with WD-40 and with pure hand strength and a couple of other things. Today we're actually going to use our compressed air, and I'm going to show you roughly how that works, just so you get a good idea. Not everybody has one of these, but they're also not that uncommon. So, and we're done there. Again, any auto shop, good bike shop, or anybody like that should have that. Okay, now you can slide the on-off switch off in this case. And it may help to cut this wire tie if necessary. Okay, so now we've got all this loose, but of course you've got a relatively tight brake cable. Kevin, you let me know if you're having difficulty following me. Okay, what we do first of all is we squeeze the brake. That puts tension on our brake band, and now we can loosen the brake cable without everything wobbling around. We don't want to unscrew it all the way. We just want to loosen it enough to where there's a good deal of slack in the cable, and then just gently snug up that nut so the cable doesn't slide out when we're working with it up here. Okay, now what we do is we have it quite loose here. We will take our adjusting nipple and we will align the cable slots, pull the outer cable housing out through the adjusting nipple. That's why we're creating the slack. If the brake were tight, you would not be able to move this cable all the way out. Now we are essentially loose with the cable. Remove the cable, the swaged end of the cable out of its cage. And you have, voila, the brake lever. Assembly in reverse order of removal. I love that. Anyway, slide it back over. Here we go. Insert in cage. Depress the brake lever so the cage can clear the brake lever housing. Pull it in here. Pull the cable sleeve outward so you get past your adjusting nipple. Just for the time being, lock your adjusting nipple, or rather misalign the slot so it doesn't inadvertently slip out on you. Now we will take our on-off switch again. Once again, it may be helpful. Okay, now we have that on there. And before we tighten things up, I think we're going to install our grip, because that'll show us how far down we need to slide our components. Okay. Again, we grab our 3mm Allen wrench, insert it, snug up the on-off switch, and now we adjust the brake lever attitude to where we want it. If you want it higher or lower or somewhat in the middle, somewhat, I'll say, in line with the other side. Take your 5mm wrench, Allen wrench that is, snug it up with the long side, and now you can tighten it. It's quite secure. And now, of course, we need to adjust our brake. This is what the pliers are for. Grasp the brake cable with your pliers. Loosen the jam nut. Oops, sorry. Snug it up. That's about right. And now, with tension on the brake cable, but not too much, we tighten up the brake cable nut properly. Get it good and tight. Not so much that you crush the cable or twist it out of proportion or twist it out of alignment. If you do twist it in a little bit, you can just take your thumb, bend it out of the way, and you should be good to go. As always, you can email us with specific questions at usa@travelscoot.com or call us at 800-342-2214, and we'll be happy to assist you. In the meantime, thanks for watching and happy scooting. And don't forget to subscribe.